Yesterday at Progressive Field, Peter Cottontail was nowhere to be found, but Chill Will Brennan delivered the goods on Easter Sunday, twice delivering game-tying hits for the Guardians. In the end, it was Jose Ramirez with a mad dash home from third as the Guardians salvaged the finale against the Seattle Mariners. And now they welcome in the New York Yankees in a rematch of last October's American League Division Series, and their ace, Shane Bieber, on the hill tonight for the Guardians. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. Andres Gimenez is off to a fast start for Cleveland. I think, Rick, because he was so good a year ago, many folks wondered, would he be able to repeat the kind of year he had last season? I don't know. The early returns look awfully good.
I think he looks much more comfortable. He goes out there and he's making it look easy. You can tell he's seeing the baseball very well. Just watch some of the swings he's put on the baseball. He's using the whole field, and that's what you want to do as a hitter. Go the other way, take the pitch that way. But when you watch him swing the bat, just watch his balance and watch his hands get through the hitting area effortlessly.
Yeah.
And I mean, so that's so fun to watch. And he's off to a great start. He's scoring runs. He's got a 9-game hitting streak. And that's just picture perfect right there. I mean, if you want anybody to swing the bat right, watch him. And you look at him, the 9-game hitting streak, 14 for 37. The 12 runs are more than anybody in baseball. 5 doubles and 5 multi-hit games.
Liberty Mutual Field coverage. Andres Gimenez red hot here at the start. Speaking of starting, Shane Bieber on the mound here tonight. And Rick, last October, they needed him in Yankee Stadium, and he came up big in the division series.
Yeah, he sure did. He went 5 2/3 innings. This will be his 4th start in regular season, but we're going to take you back to New York, Game 2 of that series, the ALDS, and he was nasty. You watch the locations, 5 2/3, only 5 hits, a couple of runs. He walked 3, and you know you're going to walk a few Yankees, and he had 7 strikeouts as well. So hopefully he can give him a good outing again today.
Looking forward to a great series here tonight between Cleveland and New York. When we come back, Alan Jensen are talking about the undefeated Rays trying to join Rick Manning's 1987 Milwaukee Brewers with their fast start, and Andre checks in with Shane Bieber straight ahead. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealer. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Destination Cleveland. This is the land for life. And DHL Supply Chain, now hiring for a wide range of salaried, managerial, and operational roles. Apply today at joindhl.com.
Shane Bieber on the hill tonight for Cleveland as they open up a 3-game series with the New York Yankees here at Progressive Field. Welcome back to Right Center. Alongside Jensen Lewis, I'm Al Pulowski. Great to have you here tonight, getting you ready for the Guards and Yankees. Yankees, of course, in the American League East. And speaking of the East, how about the Tampa Bay Rays off to a great start? Nobody's beaten them yet.
Well, they've won every single game by 4 or more runs. They've got 11 different guys who have homered already. Best start since the Kansas City Royals in 2003. The only bad news on that, if your revisionist history is correct, and it always is, Royals missed the postseason.
They did.
In 03.
Yes.
So, not saying that history will repeat itself, but man, they're off to a scorching hot start.
A few more playoff spots available. 7, as a matter of fact, in the American League. Not that many available back in 2003. Andre now joins us now, and Andre, tonight, it's the Yankees and it's Shane Bieber for the Guardians.
Hey, when you get to be the ace of the staff, you get cool things that happen to you. Every once in a while, you get to catch maybe the first pitch of the game from a superstar like Travis Kelce. But for Shane Bieber on the opener here last Friday, it went from a good thing to possibly not the best of times.
Trav was great. Obviously, he's from Cleveland. It's something he's wanted to do. Is throw out the first pitch at a home opener, and obviously he's an incredible talent in his own right, in his own sport. But he was just an awesome guy. He was hanging out in the dugout prior, and just good energy, positive attitude. And when we walked out there, he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna hum it in there." I said, "All right, let it rip." And so I told Slider and I were having a conversation. I didn't know he could talk, but I was like, "Hey, I got a good feeling he's going to spike this one." And he was standing right behind me.
You knew?
Yeah, I knew. The mound does funky things when you're not used to throwing off the mound. So I was like, "So I'm probably gonna have to bail, but I'll try and come up with it. If I don't, you got to body it up for me." And he goes, "All right, I got you." And he bailed too. So.
So what he learned is you can't trust Slider as he gets ready to go out there for this game against the Yankees. And to be honest with you, we talked about that because he just wanted to keep it loose and not talk about catching and pitching and all that other stuff. But here is the throw. And you see him get out of the way. Look at Slider dancing. Even the lady in the back. So let's watch it again. Watch both of them. Out.
Self-preservation.
Yes, Tito said afterwards, though, all he cared was that Kelsey didn't tackle him and hurt his ass.
Right, exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was an ugly first pitch without a doubt.
Well, hopefully Shane Bieber's first pitch tonight will be a little bit better.
It's going to be a strike. You got that right. Shane Bieber will be our starting pitcher tonight, brought to you by Chevrolet. He's going out there, making his third start this year. He's pitched 12 innings so far, allowed only 9 hits and 3 runs. Does not have a win or a loss. He's pitched well in both games. Didn't give up a run in his first start. Gave up a couple, actually 3, but the last one was on a wild pitch. He could have had a win in that ball game. So hopefully he'll come out here and do the same thing he normally does.
And the starting lineup for Aaron Boone's New York Yankees, presented by Progressive. Gleyber Torres in the leadoff spot. Aaron Judge, the reigning MVP, bats second. Anthony Rizzo is third. Giancarlo Stanton will bat cleanup. Willie Calhoun, just called up a couple of days ago, will DH and hit fifth. Jose Trevino will catch, batting sixth. Franchi Cordero in left field bats seventh. Isaiah Kiner Falefa is the third baseman, hitting eighth. And Anthony Volpe, 21-year-old shortstop, batting ninth.
And defensively for the Guardians, brought to you by Rally House, will be Quan in left, Straw in center, Brennan in right. Ramirez is at third, Rosario in short, Jimenez at second, Naylor is at first with Zunino doing the catching.
The venerable Larry Vanover will call the balls and strikes. He's the crew chief. Edwin Moscoso is the first base umpire. Chris Guccione is at second, and Dave Rackley over at third. Beautiful night for baseball here at Progressive Field. This will be our second warmest game time starting temperature at 56 degrees. On getaway day in Oakland, we had 57 degrees.
Wow, it's hot. I'm sweating.
I don't buy that one bit.
Stop it with that hot stuff.
Oh, you stop.
Your partner already yelled at me in front of Tito, and Tito had to tell him, Matt, it's cold down here, man.
Well, the breeze not quite as strong blowing in from center field as we've had in the first 3 games of the homestand, so maybe that'll play a role. And the weather is expected to improve over the next couple of days in terms of temperature. Gleyber Torres stands in. Shane Bieber ready to fire. And we're underway as Gleyber Torres whacks one to left field. That'll go to the wall. He's on his way to second base. And a good throw from Quan, but he beats the tag for a leadoff double.
Well, he's off to a very good start this year. Hit 357 coming into the game. That'll be his second double. He jumped on the first fastball from Bieber. It was inside, and he turned on it. Got it to the wall, so they're off to a good start. Leadoff man aboard.
And now Aaron Judge. Swung out and missed. First pitch slider. Judge was sitting on that fastball and didn't get it. Aaron Judge has 4 home runs. The Guardians as a team have 5. More impressive maybe than the awesome power that Judge has is his ability to hit for average and get on base. He's reached base dating back to last year, 42 consecutive games.
Yeah, the end of August, I believe it started. Well, and you know what? They'll pitch around him or they'll try and walk him. That's certainly going to help. And when you hit 300, that helps too.
2 balls and a strike with Torres at second base. He bluffed to move towards third, and that draws Bieber off the mound. Or off the rubber, I should say.
Torres has 5 stolen bases so far. They've been running a little bit as a team.
Rick, he stole 10 all of last year.
I know. He has 5 now, and I think he got his 5th in his 40-something game last year.
3 balls and a strike. New American League record, 62 home runs for Aaron Judge last year. 3-1 pitch. And that's low. Ball 4. He was definitely going to be careful once he fell behind in the count.
Batting third now for the Yankees.
And our storylines are brought to you by Wayside Furniture. As a team, the Yankees have hit 16 home runs, second most in the American League. And as I said, the Guardians have 5 as a team, so they're at the bottom.
And they all came on the road. They haven't hit one here yet, but the way the wind was blowing in, it knocked down a few balls that should have been out of here.
At least 2 were caught at the right field base of the wall.
And a couple that were knocked down out in right center field that were really smoked. Yeah. It's been a rough start so far as far as the wind goes, letting the ball carry.
Here is Anthony Rizzo. And he socks one into right field. Torres coming around third. He'll get the stop sign. Will Brennan got rid of it quickly. But the Yankees have loaded the bases with nobody out here in the first.
Well, and they're getting on that fastball. That's like a cutter. And that stayed right there in his wheelhouse. He hit it hard. I mean, very hard. He couldn't only move up a base. Well, they are set up.
And Giancarlo Stanton, he's reached base in all 8 games he's played, and he's hit in 7 of those 8, so he's off to a fast start. And the fastball is up high, ball 1. He took aim at that slider and missed it 1-1. One thing about Stanton, if he hits it at a defender on the infield, good chance it'll be a double play because he stings the ball off the bat. Unfortunately, he stung that one deep to left center field. That'll get 2 home. And Stanton will leg it into second base with a 2-run double. Rizzo stopping at third. And the Yankees, 4 straight have reached to open it up here tonight.
Man, that ball was smoked. I mean, to the crack of the bat, you could tell. And he hit it, I mean, on a line to left center field. That ball was out over the plate, fastball, and he creamed it. It was just a matter, did it stay in? Will it stay in? It certainly did. Rizzo's got a hold up at third, but they have 2 men in. Still nobody out.
According to StatCast, he already owns 3 of the 4 hardest balls hit this year. So that's 116.3 that last hit. That equals a ball he hit at Baltimore, and he's had 2 that came off the bat at 117 miles an hour this year. Willie Calhoun. The Yankees are dealing with a lot of injuries, and Willie Calhoun, he was just added to the major league roster prior to Saturday's game in Baltimore, but this is his first action as a Yankee. And he lines one to Andres Jimenez. Boy, I tell you what, they are teeing off here. That's out number 1. That's going to bring up the catcher, Jose Trevino. Trevino was acquired by the Yankees from Texas last year on April the 2nd. Just a little low, ball 1.
It's almost, you know, what they did to him a couple years ago in the playoffs, where if it's down in the strike zone, they're taking it, and they're waiting for him to elevate the fastball, and that's what they've been doing. They've hit the fastball hard, very hard.
That fastball caught the bottom of the zone, 2-1. You're right, I was kind of thinking that might back of my head. This is eerily reminiscent of that 2020 playoff start.
When that ball is down, because he's throwing the slider and the cutter more than he is that curve ball, especially to right-handed hitters.
Right back to Shane. He's got the runner hung up.
Attaboy.
Runs Rizzo back to third. Here comes Jose with the toss to Zunino. 2 down. Trevino ends up at second base on that fielder's choice, while Stanton goes to third.
Yeah, he did the right thing. You run at the runner, force him back, and he may have given that up a little too early. And that allowed the hitter to go to second base. But you get the second out.
And with 2 down, Franchy Cordero. Franchy Cordero last year with Boston played in 84 games. Hit .219 for the Red Sox, but he's off to a quick start for the Yankees with a couple of home runs and a double. Among the injured Yankees currently, Harrison Bader. And we remember well from the postseason a year ago, his injury giving an opportunity to Cordero, and the fact that Aaron Hicks just isn't hitting. 2 balls and a strike.
The Aaron Hicks situation's got so bad. He got booed at Yankee Stadium last week when he didn't get a couple of hits.
Swung on and missed.
Still has 3 years and I believe about $33 million left to be paid. So they got to figure that one out.
Yeah, well, I mean, how are you going to trade him if he's not, performing?
Well, he got hurt in that playoff game when we were in New York.
Right.
Matt? Mm-hmm. I remember it wasn't like a lot of people were really caring then either.
Swing and a miss. Bieber, a much needed strikeout to get out of the inning. The Yankees strike early with a couple of runs on the board. The Guardians are coming to bat.
For the Yankees, he will be making his second start. He started against Philadelphia and only went 4 2/3 innings in his first start. Gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, and a couple of home runs, but he did strike out 8.
Terry Francona starting lineup, brought to you by Progressive. Stephen Kwan in the leadoff spot. Ahmed Rosario batting second. Jose Ramirez hits third. Then Josh Naylor, Andres Jimenez, and Josh Bell in the middle. Will Brennan gets the start at right field batting 7th. Mike Zunino 8th, and Miles Straw hitting 9th. Herman with a fastball strike to Stephen Kwan.
That's what he throws, the fastball. He's got a good curveball that he likes to use. The 2 home runs he gave up were on fastballs.
Caught in between, and that breaking ball, that was a changeup, just didn't catch the outside corner.
He's got the fastball, changeup, and curveball. He likes to throw both the off-speed pitches.
In that start that you referenced against the Phillies, he threw 18 fastballs, 30 curveballs.
Yeah, he's not afraid to use that pitch at all because he's had success with it.
A little low and a full count for Stephen Kwan. He comes in batting .302.
Made his first major league start against the Guardians back in 21 April, right here in this ballpark. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs allowed.
Kwan stays alive.
Oh, that's the last. I'm sorry, that's the last time he pitched here. He made his major league debut in 18, and he had 6 no-hit innings. Is what he did. 2 walks and 9 strikeouts.
And a 3-2 pop back out of play. Last year as a starter, 14 of his 15 outings were as a starter. He did give up 11 home runs in 72 innings. There's ball 4. Leadoff man aboard. Check out our Kia player profile. Domingo Germán, since 2021, 35% of the time he's using that curveball. That's the third most in the majors.
And you can see what they hit on that curveball, 177.
Ahmed Rosario. There's the curveball, and it's in for a strike. You see Rosario's numbers so far, and that's really not unusual. In his first season with Cleveland, he hit 179 in the first month of the season. And last year he hit 211 in the first month of the season. So he's a guy that notoriously takes him a little while to get going.
But once he gets going,
yeah,
he gets rolling is right. Because normally, if he's swinging it the way he could, you get that first hit, there's a good chance he'll get 2 or 3 in a ball game. He's had the second most 3-hit games in the last few years.
And that's the pitch right there, Rick. I don't know if it's a case of, as the season goes on, as he gets more at bats under his belt, he's able to either A, get out and reach that pitch, or lay off him, because that's his kryptonite early in the season. The 1-2. Chop to short. Big hop for Volpe. And they get the lead runner at second base, 1 down.
Let's check the Yanks defense for you. Brought to you by Rally House. In the outfield, Cordero is in left, Judge in center, and Stanton over and right. Kiner Falefa is at third, Volpe is at short, Torres at second, Rizzo is at first, with Trevino doing the catching.
1 on 1 out for Jose Ramirez. Brings a 10-game hitting streak into tonight's series opener. And a 15-game streak dating back to last year. Two balls and no strikes. Down the right field line, but it's going to hook foul. Career games against the Yankees. You see Jose Ramirez has been impressive against the Bronx Bombers with a .363 lifetime average. Oh man, he got him to chase one down and in at that back foot. 2-2. Draws a throw. Yankees must be sensing that Rosario wants to run here. He's not moving, and the ball's in the dirt. Full count.
Well, now you'll start him, maybe on the full count.
Naylor waits on deck. Runner goes. And the 3-2 hit to Rizzo. His only play at first, 2 down. Rosario into scoring position. And we'll see if Josh Naylor can get the Guardians on the board here in the first. So far this year, Rick, Josh has done well against right-handed pitching. He's 8 for 24 against righties. Missed outside, ball 1. Big swing and a miss, and that was a good changeup. So far this year, the Guardians have had plenty of opportunities with runners in scoring position, and they are tied for the second most hits in the majors with 29. 38 runs knocked in with runners in scoring position. That's 5th most in the big leagues. The key is generating those opportunities, and they have done a great job at that. This is their 102nd at bat with a runner in scoring position, 2nd most in all of baseball.
Well, yeah, I mean they're 6th in the league at batting average, 245, but 1st in walks. Yeah. They have opportunities galore, but they got to start getting hot and cashing in.
2-1 popped him up on the infield. The third baseman, Kiner Falefa, makes the catch. 2-0 Yankees after 1. Overseas are watching this game on the American Forces Network. Welcome to those in countries around the world and aboard naval ships at sea, and we thank you for your service. Shane Bieber goes to work here in the 2nd inning and misses outside ball 1 to Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Yankees sent 7 men to the plate in the 1st inning, scoring twice against Bieber. Kiner Falefa in 5 games against the Guardians last year went 5 for 16 with 5 runs batted in. He's got his first hit of the year, and a line drive single to left.
Looked like he got a fastball inside. Watch him pull the hands in. Put a nice line drive stroke on it. Got on top of that baseball. So that's already their 4th hit.
Well, the youngster Anthony Volpe. There goes the runner. Swinging a foul back by Volpe.
Well, they're going to be aggressive. They have an early lead. Aaron Boone says, let's go. We're going to try and run. I think they can run with Zunino behind the plate and Bieber on the mound, and they didn't waste any time.
Not running. And that pitch in for a strike. It's 0-2. Anthony Volpe, the story of spring training for New York, as he won the starting job at just 21 years old. There goes Kiner Falefa again. Swing and a miss, struck him out, throw down into center field. And he'll hold right there. First steal of the year for Kiner Falefa. 1 down on the strikeout for Bieber.
Yeah, they're wasting no time. They're going 0-2. He had a good jump, and here's the throw nowhere close from Zunino. He opened up, and that ball just flew out of there into center field.
So a runner in scoring position for Gleyber Torres, who smoked a double to left on the first pitch of the game. Gleyber Torres has reached base multiple times in 7 of the Yankees' 9 games this year.
Yeah, he's walked 9 times, struck out 3. He's off to a good start all around. You know, this is a guy you thought thought you'd make good pitches till you could get him to swing and miss. He used to like to go after that breaking ball away, but he's starting to develop a pretty good eye at the plate.
How much do you think it helps that he's not, you know, he came after Derek Jeter. They made him out to be the shortstop of the future, and they no longer have him there and gave him second base.
Chop foul.
Where it seems to fit him a little bit better, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, it sure does. He's played well over there.
He's moved there, and as a hitter, he's become one of the guys they can trust in this lineup now.
That's like last year, he didn't get his 9th walk until his 49th game of the season. So I'm saying, you know, he's a little more patient. And you get up in that leadoff spot, you can see he knows he chased the bad one there. He's talking to himself.
It's not bad having the guy on deck hitting behind you, I'm sure.
Well, sure. I mean, your lineup, the lineup
Right.
that they throw out there, I mean, you don't want to walk him. That's for sure. You want to pitch to him.
Torres calls timeout, but to your point, you know, his ability to try to, you know, control the strike zone, as they say, is much better at the start of this year.
It sure is.
And now the count is full.
You know, and the more time you get in and you get around good hitters, you get patient. You know, you start recognizing the strike zone a little bit better.
I think that's the one thing they've said about Judge is that the players love that he, not only have they named him the captain, he does things like a captain. And they can see how he
pitch.
right,
Yes.
and they see how he plays and how he goes about. And his big thing right now, he's been working on his 2-strike approach. And one of the players said, this dude just broke the American League record in home runs, and he's working on something.
Yeah.
That's what tells them they've got to keep going and they've got to get better themselves.
Yeah, it helps when you can follow a guy like that.
And that's ball 4.
And there's another walk. So there you'll see the patience paying off.
The hitter now for center fielder Aaron Judge.
Take a look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. Aaron Judge, 62 home runs last year, the new American League record.
Looks like fireworks on the 4th of July, man.
Yeah, and he took advantage of the
Yes.
short porch in right field in Yankee Stadium. But he's so doggone strong. And, you know, the other thing, too, about Judge, and he understands this, he's a bright guy. Everybody's going to be talking about and asking him about, can you do it again? Can you do it again? The 0-1 in the dirt. Nice block by Zunino. He's got a shot at third. Good throw down. They got him. Nailed Kiner Falefa. He was a little tardy taking off, and that gave Zunino a clear shot to throw him out.
That's a big play right there. Get that out. Get the second out. And you see, he saw he was going. He just jumped right on it. So that's a little mistake by Falefa there. Had him by plenty.
The 1-1. For historical perspective, when Roger Maris hit 61 home runs in 1961, he came back the next year and hit 33.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Right? And he drove in 100 runs.
Yeah,
but I'm
great
sure they were dogging him all year long. Like, you bum. You know how that goes.
You're right, but that's a career year for most players.
Exactly.
Yes.
So keep that in mind when you track Aaron Judge throughout the 2023 campaign.
I would think health is his biggest thing, wouldn't you guys? If he can stay healthy, he probably is going to get near those numbers, I would think. Now, I could tell the joke that he doesn't get to go against Baltimore 19 times a year, like he's taken advantage of.
Yeah, he can't help that.
No, he had 2 more yesterday against him.
Swing and a miss and a full count. Anthony Rizzo waits on deck. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Now Beavers had to work hard through the first 2 innings, but he holds the Yankees off the board. New York on top 2-0. Andres Jimenez leads off the home half of the second for Cleveland. Comes in with a 9-game hitting streak, collecting 14 hits during his tear. Drag bunt, but it's in the air, and it's bobbled, and he's going to be safe at first base.
Well, I think Germain, he saw the bunt in the air. He was watching Jimenez come down the line, sort of took his eye off it. Once he dropped it, he couldn't pick it back up. That's just a routine play. You see, he was looking towards the bag as he was coming. Watch his head go. And he just doesn't hold on to it.
It'll be an error on Herman. And the leadoff man aboard for the second inning in a row for Cleveland. As Josh Bell climbs in. And a nice pick at home plate by Trevino. That ball was in the dirt. Jimenez has 2 steals on the young season.
He looks like he's pretty quick to home plate. He doesn't lift that leg up a lot. If he knows you're going to could steal a base. That time, that's about as good as he does it right there.
And he
picked
had
the
no
right
chance
pitch.
to get him.
Picked the right pitch.
Jimenez with his 3rd stolen base.
That's when he picked his leg up. The first inning, when Quan was on, he was slide stepping a little bit.
Yeah, there was a long conversation between Sandy, Quan, and Rosario after that inning about what they saw. So
yeah,
they got something.
The 1-1, and Bell watches it go down and in.
And I know you said you saw the slide step, but I think Sandy's on when he's not slide stepping.
Yes, he lifts it up.
Yes.
Yeah, he's above average then. You got to pick that pitch.
And that curveball missed low. 3-1. Josh Bell comes in tied for 3rd in the league. He's drawn 8 walks. And the ground ball to first. Easy play for Rizzo. 1 down. Jimenez to 3rd. Check out our FanDuel same game parlay. Andres Jimenez needs a hit. Almost had one. Anthony Rizzo already has a hit. And Shane Bieber over 6.5 strikeouts, so he needs 7. He has 3 through the first 2 innings. There's Will Brennan. Good fastball from Herman, and he got it by him. Yesterday, Will Brennan had the game-tying hit in the 9th and the 11th innings against Seattle. Well, he chased one that time, and he's going to reset. And he smacks one into left field. It'll be caught by Cordero. Coming home, Jimenez, a horrible throw. He'll score easily, and the Guardians are on the board. It's 2-1. Give Will Brennan his 5th RBI on the year on the sacrifice to left field.
Well, manufacture a run there. Herman can blame nobody but himself, because that's how Jimenez got on base. His error, and then the throw. Cordero way off line, not even close. Allows Brennan, gives him a sacrifice fly.
2-1 ball game now. 2 down. Mike Zunino, the batter. Curveball up high, ball 1. Came back with another one. That's a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Pulling off the plate, 3 balls and a strike. Boy, he stays with that bread and butter. The curveball gets him back in the at-bat. A full count now. As Mike Zunino takes a 2-strike timeout to regroup. And low, ball 4. Vermont thought it was strike 3, but just missed. And a 2-out base runner for Miles Straw.
That's pretty close.
So far, guys, it doesn't look like we're getting a lot of calls low in the strike zone.
Well,
I don't think that helps either one of these pitchers, does it?
Because when you watch Trevino, when you get aggressive glove movement like that,
you're right.
Umpires tend to go the other way.
That's a good point. But even with Bieber, he hasn't given a lot of the low stuff there either, and we know the Yankees are staying off of it.
Miles Straw looks at a fastball outside.
Well, if you know this umpire, he's been around a long time.
Yes,
you know, they may know he doesn't call the low pitch.
Miles Straw brings a 9-game hitting streak into this series opener.
Hit that leg. I think that was a leg that was bothering him coming into camp, too. They're giving him a little time. I think it fouled off right below the knee, but I may have been wrong. It's not feeling good, though.
Ball had a little, yeah, right on the shin bone. Up it. Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, he was hurt before the season behind the knee. This might hurt worse.
Right field, near the line. Stanton can't get there. It's off the screen. And we'll get a word from our Northern Ohio GMC dealers.
Step up to GMC with 2.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high output engine Sierra light duty elevation crew cab models.
One ball, 2 strikes now for Miles Straw. A lazy pop to shallow right near the line, and Stanton had to dive and he doesn't make the play. And so Miles will get another opportunity. You know, and Stanton was already playing him over and in toward the line, but he couldn't get to it.
Yeah, that ball was slicing away a little bit to him, but he just never got there.
Zunino, a very short lead at first base. And Straw slowly chops one towards third. It gets by him. Volpe, the shortstop, backs it up, but they can't get Straw. He's got an infield hit.
Once again, he's on the run coming out of that batter's box. And when Kiner Falefa couldn't get it at third, then you knew it was going to be a hit because he's not going to throw out Miles Straw. He gets down the line too well. Infield hit. Keep this inning moving. Look at him get down the line. Beautiful. The right side at 4 seconds even.
As much as that foul ball off the leg hurt, he smelled a hit.
Oh yeah, it still hurts, but I'll tell you what, it feels a little bit better right now when he's got that knock.
But you know what? We haven't played its full 2 innings, but we've seen Yankees baseball and Guardians baseball, right? They've barely gotten the ball out of the infield.
Yeah,
picked up a run this inning where
that's true.
Well, and Dre, here's your guy, Stephen Kwan. He's 5 for 13 on the year with runners in scoring position. You don't think of him as being an RBI man, but
because of the bottom of the lineup.
He leads the club with 8, and he has an opportunity with 2 outs here to tie the game.
Yeah, but your third baseman's playing back now. He's not playing tight, is he?
I had a scout tell us they won't listen to us, so maybe I should stop talking about it. Best compliment we've ever gotten, Arch. The scout said that we're one of the only teams he's willing to listen to because of you and the guy up there next to him. To you.
Are you kidding?
I'm not.
Would you meet him at a bar?
Hey, man.
How much you have to pay him to say that? There's a fly ball. Broken bat, center field. Judge. Inning over. No runs, or 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left. And it's 2-1 New York after 2. Guardians baseball brought to you by Spectrum One. Visit spectrum.com for details. Beautiful neighborhood of Tremont. Just down the road from Progressive Field. Shane Bieber misses down low, ball 1 to Anthony Rizzo. Singled his first time up. You know, all the focus in the offseason, understandably, was on Aaron Judge and the massive contract that he signed, but his buddy, his really close friend, is Anthony Rizzo, and they went out and locked him up as well. He signed through 24 with a club option for 25.
That's right, he was a free agent as well.
I mean, you signed a big man, and he says, "Can you take care of my buddy?" And a liner to third, and Jose Ramirez in perfect position to make the play. Spectrum Mobile replay. Boy, this ball.
The strength is just. I mean, this guy. You're right. Nobody hits the ball harder than this guy when he hits it, and I mean, you can tell just by the sound. That was a line drive, and I thought it was still going to be a home run. It hit halfway up that wall. Between him and Judge, the size of them, they're massive, and the strength. If I was a third baseman, you're not allowed to play on the grass.
No,
guys in the old days
right.
when Frank Howard was hitting, they played on the grass. They didn't care.
I like my teeth.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, if you're an infielder and you know those guys can hit it that hard, how do you think a pitcher feels? You're not going to let them, you know.
Don't throw a changeup.
No, throw a changeup. Let him pull. Let him pull it. Don't throw a fastball away. He might take it up the middle.
Just feel like a changeup is the one that gets hit back at pitchers a lot.
That was with Cookie Carrasco had that problem, right?
He had everything problem. Fastball, slider, everything got hit back up the middle.
Everything came back on the middle of him.
It sure did. It seemed like it. He got hit a lot.
There's a high pop. This is Jimenez calling for it. 2 down. And up comes Willie Calhoun.
Stepping in now, the designated hitter for New York, Willie Calhoun.
The 0-1. Tap foul.
Think about the difference of throwing to Stanton and then Calhoun.
Yeah.
like the
Strike zones are a little different, aren't they?
Then Trevino even is about the same size.
2-strike pitch. Right back to him. Shane Bieber settling in. A 1-2-3 third. 2-1 New York.
Game live or on demand. Plus this year, new this year is you can stream all minor league baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB TV for the details.
Leading off for the Guardians is Ahmed Rosario here in the home half of the third. Cleveland down 1, 2-1 the score. Domingo Germán misses ball 3. You know, Germán is in the starting rotation probably only because of the injuries to guys like Frankie Montas, Carlos Rodon, and Luis Severino.
Yes, there's no doubt.
And it sounds like Montas probably, I mean, they'll be lucky if they get him back late in the year. Rodon and Severino are working their way back. They're already beginning their throwing again. But, you know, you think about the Yankees, and you know, generally they're one of the top payrolls in baseball. But injuries, it really presses you into the depth you have in your organization. Little squibber foul, full count.
Yeah, you look at their injured list. I mean, you put Rodon in that rotation when you got Cole, who's going to be pitching tomorrow for him, and they would have a very good one if they were healthy.
There's a walk for Amed Rosario. Hasn't had many of those so far this year, but he's aboard to start the home half of the third, and that's 3 walks in 3 innings now for Domingo Germán after he didn't walk a batter at all in his first start. A Northern Ohio Buick dealer stat. Most multi-homer games since 2017, Aaron Judge, and look who's right up there on that list, Jose Ramirez. Missed outside again. That's just the 3rd walk, by the way, for Rosario in 52 plate appearances on the year. Almost went to the backstop, and it's 2-0. Jose, a high fly ball right field. Stanton short of the warning track. Reels it in for out number 1.
Stepping to the plate now.
And that'll bring up Josh Naylor.
Number 22, Josh Naylor.
You know, Rick, earlier today, Terry Francona was asked about the Guardians' approach to stealing bases. And he said, look, you know, we've told our guys when the time is right, you've got the green light. And, you know, there are certain situations where we don't want them to run. He referenced Jose Ramirez specifically. That might be the one guy that if he's up to bat, don't run. Don't mess around with his at-bats. Anybody else, you know, again, as you always say, the situation dictates how aggressive you can and cannot be.
Well, a lot of times you don't want to steal second if you're on first sometimes with Jose, because they'll pitch around him a lot of times, you know, and right now nobody's hitting behind him very well. So you don't want, I mean, we saw, what did we have, 5 intentional walks yesterday throughout the course of that extra inning game?
It was one in every extra inning.
Yeah, there was 2 in an inning, twice.
Let's see. Yesterday, there was
got it.
2 in
Jose,
the 12th.
Yeah.
There was 1 in the 11th and 2 in the 10th. So there were 5 in 3 innings. Alone. There goes Rosario, and Naylor rips it foul. Ooh. making Herman work. He's at 60 pitches. 7 batters have seen at least 5 pitches or more.
Yeah, I mean, he's not, what, 3 of 13
he
first
just
pitch
broke another
strikes.
bat.
And their bullpen is a little short right now.
Yeah.
Naylor's going to have to get another bat. Michael King most likely is down, and they're down about 3 guys right now coming into this contest in the bullpen for this game. So getting his pitches up is important for the Guardians.
Yeah, where they got to get into that bullpen. I got you.
And I feel like it kind of helped them yesterday against Seattle. If you look at the overall usage of the Seattle bullpen, you know, Tito kind of said, look at the guys we had to face late in that game.
Yeah. We had a couple of newbies that just got called up that day.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, this guy's very inconsistent. If he's falling behind hitters, and you can see why they're seeing 5 or more pitches in an at bat. There was a lot of off-speed pitches. This is the strike zone a lot.
Rosario was leaning. He wanted to go, and I don't know that Herman noticed that. He's out of throws to first base. Next time he's either got to get him or it's a balk. There goes Rosario. Pitch almost hit Naylor, and the throw is not in time. So Rosario has his 3rd stolen base and the 2nd of the game for Cleveland.
Get to see the jump there. Good one by Ahmed. Beats that throw in there. It's not easy. You put the pressure on that catcher to make perfect throws when he knows you get a good jump. It's hard to do.
3 balls and 2 strikes now. The count on Naylor. And he lifts it in the air to left field. 2 down. That will bring up Andres Jimenez. Tried to bunt his way aboard in the 2nd. And Domingo Herman committed an error, and that led ultimately to the Guardians' run.
I want to see how they approach pitching the Jimenez here when you got Bell on deck. This guy has been our best hitter consistently. Went right at him and finally got a strike. First pitch. Changeup. So he went fastball, changeup, and has him down now in the count 0-2. Here's a good one.
And a bouncer to first. Rizzo has it, fires to Herman, and the side is retired. We've played 3, 2-1 New York.
I'll begin with just 19 games. Then all plans featured discounted tickets, a flexible exchange program, and more. Call 216-420-HITS or visit CLEGuardians.com/season tickets.
Jose Trevino leads off for New York here in the 4th. Yankees on top 2-1. They scored 2 in the 1st. But Shane Bieber did a great job of limiting the damage because the first 4 reached and 2 runs were already in without an out.
Just like Sunday's game in Seattle, where they got out and got 2 in the 1st, and you know he was lucky to keep it at 2.
And Zach Plesac pitched a terrific ball game. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouncer to Rosario. 1 down. Well, this is how the game started. Gleyber Torres, first pitch, Bieber threw, bang.
Yeah, that's, I mean, right out of the chute. And then it didn't stop there. There's a little cutter that Rizzo got, and this one, I mean, couldn't hit it any harder. He said it was 116 plus. Double off the wall, and boy, before you knew it, you were down 2-0. But he got out of it.
Yeah, you got a line drive out that froze the runners. And then a bouncer right back to Bieber, in which he retired Rizzo off the bag at third and struck out Cordero with runners at second and third to end the inning. He has retired 5 in a row. Frenchie Cordero struck out to end that first inning. And a weak ground ball. Rosario, off balance throw, and a good one. Naylor with a good stretch on the back end, 2 down. Injury report brought to you by the attorneys at Elk & Uck. Boy, this was really bad news. It kind of came out of nowhere. Aaron Savali dealing with an oblique injury, so he's down on the injury list. Peyton Battenfield was called up, so he's in the bullpen. And Andre, it sounds like if they don't have to use him before Wednesday, he would get that start in Savali's spot.
That is the plan. If they don't need him in the next day, they're going to put him in the bullpen if they get through tonight all right. The other thing that really look at him, try to find a positive, everything for the most part came back. I know when you see 60 days on Tristan, you kind of go, oh man, well that goes back to basically the day they thought he was going to be able to come back anyway. So that was just a procedure to get Battenfield on the roster. Sam Hinge is also throwing a 20-pitch simulation game on Tuesday tomorrow in Goodyear. So he's getting closer, Arch, to being able to have him in the bullpen.
Good news. Thanks, Andre. There's a liner toward right, and Will Brennan runs it down. Shane Bieber, 7 in a row, set down by the right-hander. Back here at Progressive Field. Beautiful night. Boy, the wind has completely died down.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Huge difference.
Yes, it does.
56 degrees at game time, and now without a breeze at all. Very comfortable. Josh Bell takes that breaking ball for ball 1. Down and in. 2-0. And ball 3.
Yankee pitching staff this year has allowed just 26 runs over their first 9 games.
Yeah.
This being the 10th, so they've done a nice job just averaging 2.7 runs per game.
Well, their starters have been really good.
Yeah, they have.
You know, Herman had one of the few hiccups in their rotation. Ball 4. Another walk for Josh Bell. And a walk in every inning issued by Domingo Herman. This replay courtesy of Great Clips. It's gonna be great. And Will Brennan yesterday in the bottom of the 9th tied it with a 2-run double to deep right. And then in the 11th, they did it again.
Yeah,
the ball game with the drawn-in infield.
They love extra innings, though, huh? 4 wins of their 6 have come in extra frames. Yeah, this guy all over the place.
Well, that was the first walk-off of the year. They had 7 last year and 40 comeback wins, Tommy. 40 last year. So mark that down so the next time I ask you, you know, Tommy. I had to look it up myself.
That's because he was doing the Cavs yesterday.
Ah, that's right.
He left us.
Yeah, Wilson, huh? 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Matt, the chill Will is starting to take off. You might want to. I know it's not all about money, but
that's
you like Silly Willie better, huh?
No. He was talking about that pitch.
The pitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
he didn't like the pitch. Now he is, you know, he's got. Look, we've heard a million cliches, right? Slow heartbeat, whatever you want to say, but he does have a way of not letting the moment seem to get too big for him.
I agree.
For such a young player.
He had a quote after the game to the rest of the media that I loved. He said, "No, I don't get nervous. I've had thousands of at-bats my whole life as a kid." He goes, "This is all I've ever wanted, so I don't get nervous. I'm up here to play."
That's true. You can see why he's saying it. I mean, he come up, he's done it his whole life. This is no different.
He's like, "I'm not going to be scared. I want this opportunity."
butterflies, that anxiety, that's natural because that comes with the big moment.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, right?
You only feel nervous or pressure when you don't know what you're doing. True. And so to Andre's point, when you've done this time and time again throughout your whole life, this is just you're just playing the game.
This is what you prepare for. And if you're prepared, you're going to succeed. It should be fun.
Well, you might not succeed, but
right.
It's not going to overwhelm you.
No, it will not.
And I think that's the word. He's not overwhelmed. And I think that's why Tito and everyone feels comfortable putting him in the position he's in right now.
It started him on opening day.
Yeah, he's going to get some more at-bats. He's going to earn them, too.
Runner goes. 3-2, squibbed foul.
That's a second straight changeup. He's fouled off. And I'll tell you, that's a hard thing to do.
And what does that tell you about the confidence they have in him as a hitter, that you're going to start Josh Bell there because you think you feel like he's going to put it in play at least.
Well, yeah, they sent Bell one time earlier, and he's thrown out on a 3-2 pitch.
All the guys over here, though, are going, he's only doing curveballs and changeups and hitters counts. So they're picking up on it. Now he's got to hit one.
3-2, foul back out of play.
Covering the fastball up.
Now, he's not going to be around much longer. They've got a right-hander up in the bullpen. He's over 80 pitches now. Colton Brewer is the right-hander getting loose for New York.
Well, you want to get something more off of this guy while he's still in the game.
10th pitch of the at-bat for Will Brennan. I'll tell you what, that was pretty close.
Well, he was going. He wasn't expecting him to throw to first base. That's not a base steal.
When the big man leans, it's a little bit harder to get him to go back the other way.
Yeah, if he sends him again, he's banking that Brennan's going to put it in play.
There he goes. And again, Will fouls off.
A nice little at-bat going right here. But this shouldn't surprise us that he can extend at-bats because he can get the bat to the ball. You hear us say that all the time. And he'll foul them off if they're not good pitches. He will expand his strike zone, but he will put it in play most of the time.
Bell is running again. And that's ball 4.
Good at bat.
Back-to-back walks, but Brennan earned that one.
Yes, he did. I mean, that's walk number 5. He certainly did. And is that Booney? Has he seen it? He's walking too fast.
No, that's
Booney.
a pitching coach coming out.
Yeah, that's walking too fast.
Matt Blake. Matt Blake was a member of the Guardians organization in the player development system for a number of years. While they talk it over, we'll get a word now from Cleveland Clinic.
When their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Cleveland Clinic Children's.
Domingo Germán, a brief respite. That bullpen is just about ready. Mike Zunino, who walked his only time up to the plate. First pitch curveball in for a strike. He's been so inconsistent that I would imagine it might be a little tough for the hitters to know what.
That first pitch, you don't know what's coming.
Like Andre said, it's change-ups and curveballs primarily, but if they're not strikes, they've been patient in drawing walks. 5 of them. But only 1 hit so far.
They now have 52 walks on the year, which is first in the league.
And that fastball misses.
It's almost like he's showing the fastball and going back and attacking you with the changeup and curveball.
Ground ball, third base fair. Down the line it goes. Bell will score the tying run. On his heels is Brennan. He'll stop at third into second. With an RBI double is Mike Zunino, and it's a brand new ball game at 2-2.
Yeah, they took advantage of it. They finally made him pay, and his night is going to be over. It's a breaking ball. We knew that. There you'll see it, and he gets it by Kiner Falefa at third. He did get some leather on it, knocked it down, it hits that turf, and comes back in play. So a big hit for Zunino ties this ball game up, and they have runners at second and third now.
Domingo Germán will exit after 87 pitches here in the fourth inning. And we'll be back to tell you about the new Yankee pitcher after this.
Let's take a look at a Ken Ganley Kia game break right now. Al Pulowski with you. It's the White Sox and the Twins earlier in Minnesota. White Sox with 4 runs in the fourth inning. This 3-run homer by Hanser Alberto was the big blow. They win. The White Sox do 4-3. And the Sox, though, they lost Tim Anderson after he collided back in the 6th inning with the base runner, guys. So Matt and Rick, a win for the White Sox, but Tim Anderson, we'll see how he is.
He's listed as day-to-day. It was Hanser Alberto who almost got him killed, though. He tried to throw it to Anderson, and he led him right into the base runner on that play, but they feel like he'll be okay. Miles Straw had an infield hit his first time up. He bats with runners at second and third, nobody out. Tie game here in the fourth. The new pitcher is Colton Brewer. And ball one down low. Made his Yankee debut on April 2nd against the San Francisco Giants, working 2 innings of scoreless relief. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen made by Aaron Boone here in the fourth inning. Came over from Tampa in a trade on March 30th. And again, I think this is all just a factor of the injuries that befell the Yankees. Tommy Kahnle, a key bullpen guy, went down. Luis Gil is hurt. So Jonathan Loaizaga, guys they count on. Fastball misses.
And there, he's all over the place now, falling behind. Ponies that as a manager, you don't like to see that.
Ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Stephen Kwan is coming up.
That is already the 6th walk by the pitchers. Brewer comes in 4 straight pitches, so you got to make him get in the strike zone, and this guy will make him do it. Well, he will not swing.
Ball 1. He is yet to throw a strike.
Yeah, keep taking.
Just did catch the inside corner. Will Brennan, the go-ahead run at third. Mike Zunino at second. Miles Straw, you know his speed, down at first. And Kwan taps 1-5.
This is also a Yankees team last year against the Central Division. Had a nice year. They were 25-8.
Yeah.
And how about they've won 19 of their last 22 series against the AL Central. So it's nice. You got situations, take advantage of them. Put yourself a big crooked number up.
That curve ball low. Right back up the middle. He knocks it down, throws home. They get the force there for out number 1. Boy, Brewer fortunate to knock that ball down.
He sure was. It didn't roll that far away from him. It stayed right there, and he picked it right up and threw it home. Hit him in the glove. I thought it hit him in the leg. Well, he gave a good feed. They only get 1, but that's a big out. They needed it. Bases remain loaded.
Ahmed Rosario walked his last time up, and he takes ball 1. And a ground ball double play ball ends the inning. So Colton Brewer, despite only throwing 3 strikes out of 10 pitches, gets out of the jam. Alan Jensen will get you ready for Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Guardians and the New York Yankees. Low fastball from Shane Bieber to Anthony Volpe. Volpe struck out his first time up. And swings and scalds one to deep left. Back goes Quan on to the warning track. He yanks it in for out number 1. And now back to the top of the order. As Shane Bieber has retired 8 in a row. The last man to reach was Gleyber Torres, who walked in the 2nd inning. Now, it's almost like, Rick, what we're seeing from Shane Bieber at this point in his career is something that you can't teach. It comes with experience. You come out early, maybe you don't have your best stuff, maybe they just kind of ambush you, but he makes the adjustment and settles in. He doesn't allow the game to get away from him.
Right.
He keeps his composure, takes that deep breath, and here he is pitching into the 5th inning like that first inning never even happened.
Well, that's what that's what you love to see, and you wish people could do, but there's not many that can do it.
But it takes that experience, doesn't it? Yeah. You have to go through it to figure out how to work your way through those kind of jams.
Well, you didn't see any facial expressions on him in that first inning. He didn't have an out. I think it was about 16 or 17 pitches before he got his first out. They were just getting up there early, and it seemed like they were taking anything down in the strike zone, and they were looking for the fastball, and they weren't missing it. But yeah, he settled in. He knew he had to start making quality pitches from the very first one. There you go, painting the outside corner right there, staying on the edges. And that was the fastball. He's going to end up getting them out with the breaking balls away and see if he chases him, but he took the pitch he wanted. And when you're a guy like Judge, that fastball, you're looking for maybe middle in a little bit more than he is away. And he didn't have a strike on him, so that's why he took the first one. It was a perfect pitch away.
Just outside, and it's 3-1. And this is something that I'm sure Aaron Judge dealt with last year, but he's going to be tested again, patience. His teams are not going to allow him to just feast.
Well, I'm just surprised the way he was going last year that they didn't intentionally walk him there, without even wasting the pitches. Because I'm sure there's been a few times where they tried to, waste a pitch on him or something, and I bet he hit him. He took him deep.
Here's the 3-2.
Nice.
Oh, got him looking.
Yeah, he fooled him there. He was looking slider.
How about 10 in a row retired by Shane Bieber?
Flex voucher plans start with as few as 20 vouchers and can be redeemed in quantities between 1 and 8 right up until the first pitch. Vouchers also carry a discount off box office pricing. You can visit CLEguardians.com/flexplan, or you can call 216-420-HITS.
Bouncing ball and a nice play by Torres, who stays with it despite almost, he kind of lost his footing. He almost wasn't able to make the play.
Yeah, he got enough of it just in time to get him. Made the nice play, picked it, tried to come up, dropped it, and stayed with it. Throws it from the backside.
And that'll bring up Josh Naylor. 0 for 2. And a weak ground ball to third. Tanner Falefa throws him out 2 down. Hyundai in the driver's seat. It wouldn't be a game if Andres Gimenez didn't score a run. He's got one on the board here tonight, so that's 13 runs scored, most in the majors.
Now, taking into consideration, he's been hitting in the 7th spot of that lineup.
Yeah.
Arch, I think we're not going to see that much longer. I think he's forcing his way up.
Oh, he is. And you know what? Yeah, you want to get some RBI situations for him.
And with him, it's special because it shouldn't matter who's on the mound. You should be able to put him up there because he hits lefties as well as he does righties.
That's true. And he's not going to change his pattern no matter where you put him.
He wants him to check that hit his back foot. I don't think it did, but as many times as he got hit last year.
Well, if he thought it did.
Right.
Well, this is a tough one to get called.
I think back foot. Oh, front. Wow.
Looked like the pant leg moved, but
you see, that's a
did
tough
it hit the
one
pad,
to get.
maybe?
I have no idea. Can't tell.
You can't watch enough to find out nowadays.
The 2-0.
See, calls like that are ones that they're not going to make early in a game or to lose that.
But you know what? I'm okay with it because last year we would have waited a minute and a half to find out whether it did or not.
Agreed.
That fastball had some movement to it.
Looked like a little cut fastball, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
At 93.
And he slowed it down and struck him out.
Wow.
So Colton Brewer authors the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for New York.
Lakes is open with a guaranteed minimum of $50,000. It'll run through next Wednesday. Is that the last game of the homestand then? Visit CLEGuardians.com/5050.
Yeah, Wednesday we've got day baseball.
Yes, we do.
1 o'clock game here between the Guardians and Yankees.
Matt, you mentioned Anthony Rizzo signing back with the Yankees in the offseason and didn't get a lot of love, because they were all going after Judge. But to me, he fits Yankee Stadium better than any player really in the big leagues. How he stands on top of the plate, that short fence to right field.
Yeah, and they need a left-handed bat.
Yes, he looks like a Yankees first baseman to me.
Well, he'd be my favorite teammate because he gave everybody that made the club out of spring training 2 bottles of like $300 Chianti. He and his wife went to Italy in the offseason. They visited this winery. I mean, that's a great teammate right there.
Well, I would give you a couple box wine. You wouldn't take it as nicely, huh?
No.
No.
Get that out of here.
Arch is the same to me.
The 2-2. I'll remember that next time. Fly ball to left. Quan is there. We'll have the Chianti. Give him the Asti Spumante. 1 away, and Giancarlo Stanton coming to the plate.
At bat now for New York, right fielder Giancarlo Stanton.
Stanton drove in the Yankees' only runs in the first with a 2-run rocket off the scoreboard and left. Well, it used to be a scoreboard. Now it's just a message board. Rosario throws him out, 2 down. And a word now from Spectrum One.
Spectrum One is fast, secure, and reliable. Internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi and a free mobile line. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details.
Willie Calhoun 0 for 2. Thinking about that, the built-in out-of-town scoreboard that used to be out there in the left field wall. You see videos of the early days of the ballpark, and you can't believe how much it's changed. Just the look of the ballpark has changed over time. And now thinking a couple of years when they do all the major renovations, how it's going to dramatically change again.
In another few years, it'll look differently.
It's exciting.
It's held up beautifully. This is the 30th year. In this
that's
ballpark.
trouble. Down the line it goes.
Can't defend that. That's an automatic double right there.
Snaps a string of 12 in a row retired by Shane Bieber. And Willie Calhoun has his first hit in a Yankee uniform.
Well, you watch, it's elevated, and he was pulling the ball the first time up, but he just slaps that one the other way. And you can see how easy, when I say when it's upstairs, to take it the other way. That made it look very simple for him.
Yeah, his cutter and slider are very similar pitches. That looked like maybe a backdoor cutter that, as you say, it was up, and he did what he's supposed to do with that pitch. And Jose Trevino looks at a ball down low. That caught the outside corner at the knees. Zunino hung on to it, 1-2. And now, with the 1-2 count and 2 out in the inning, Zunino, he wants to be sure.
Well, you got that runner out at second base. You want to make sure you get that third out, so get on the same page with him.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and a nice block by Zunino on a ball in the dirt. Outfield bunched toward the gaps. And the 2-2. Chopped toward Ramirez at third. He throws across on the money. Boy, another strong inning of work for Shane Bieber. We stay tied at 2. 2-2 our score as we go to the home half of the 6th inning, and our FanDuel live total run update. Over under 7.5. Runs tough to come by tonight. New York got 2 in the first, Cleveland 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Guardians have had plenty of opportunities. They're just 1 for 8 tonight with a runner in scoring position. Shane Bieber, though, after that rocky first inning, has retired 13 out of the last 14 batters. Josh Bell bouncing to first. 1 down. Mike Zunino tied the game in the 4th inning with this shot inside the bag off the glove of a diving Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. But they had bases loaded, and then this play, Colton Brewer able to make the play, get the force at home, and the double play to get out of the inning. And remember, Brewer came in and walked the first man he faced. He fell behind Kwan. He was having a tough time throwing strikes, but he came back in the 5th inning and set him down 1-2-3. Gets the first out here in the 6th. Will Brennan got Cleveland on the board with a sacrifice fly in the 2nd inning. Slow chopper to second. 2 down. And we'll get a word now from Wayside Furniture.
Create your outdoor oasis with patio furniture from Wayside Furniture. In stock and at below market prices. Wayside in Akron, keeping it local since 1937.
Colton Brewer is now stealing a page from Shane Bieber's book. He's retired 7 in a row. shot to third, another ball down the line. It's going to be another double for Mike Zunino. And the go-ahead run into scoring position with 2 outs. And it was another breaking ball, Rick, that he just went out there and hooked it.
Well, he gets up there. He's got 4 doubles now. That's his second double in this game, and he had 2 in the same game out in Seattle, if you remember. There's the breaking ball. He left it up a little too much to the plate, and he took advantage of it down the line. So a 2-out double for Zunino. He's been on all 3 times tonight.
And right behind him is Miles Straw. He's been on twice with a single and a walk. Miles is 4 for 10 on the year with runners in scoring position. Up the middle, and Torres throws him out. 6 in the books, deadlocked at 2.
Tomorrow night and Wednesday afternoon. You can visit CLEGuardians.com/tickets, or you can use the ballpark app to get your tickets now.
Frenchie Cordero leading off the 7th inning for New York. And Shane Bieber delivers a ball down in the dirt, and he went after it, strike 1. James Karinchak up in the Cleveland bullpen. Bieber, who made 87 pitches in his first start, 89 in his second start, has just gone over 90 pitches here tonight. But as we say, you know, pitch counts aren't necessarily always equal. He has been in cruise control since that 2nd inning.
You know, he got out of that inning and really minimized the damage that was done, and it's remarkable how easy he's made it look since from that point on. They had a leadoff single in the 2nd, and then a 2-out double in the 6th. Other than that,
he's been the ace
on cruise control.
But on the other side of the card, the Guardians are just 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. And they've stranded 7 on base, so it's a deadlock score, 2-2. And how about that? First walk since that 2nd inning. Leadoff man aboard for New York. For the best coverage in the game, check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Again, sliders, cutters.
Well, and he's been really been spotting that fastball too much better. Setting it up, and you know, they're looking for that slider, the breaking ball. He's kept him in the yard. He's been good. There it is.
Double play ball. Rosario to Jimenez. On to Naylor. They turn 2.
Boy, how about that? The first pitch, you get the BOGO ball, man. Buy one, get one. Perfect pitch to get that double play. Rosario gets it to Jimenez in plenty of time and turned nicely.
And now Anthony Volpe 0 for 2. Volpe drove one to deep left his last time up, but Stephen Kwan able to run it down.
That's about the 2nd or 3rd time that I've seen Bieber just throw a ball out of play.
Center field, Miles Straw gives way to Will Brennan. The side is retired. Stretch time, tied at 2. By Chevrolet. Check out our award-winning lineup at your local Chevy dealer. And Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept. 2-2 our score, bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Guardians. And for the Yankees, they go back to the bullpen. This is Ian Hamilton. Boy, Colton Brewer saved Aaron Boone tonight.
Yes, he sure did.
He gave him 3 scoreless innings of relief, only allowing 1 hit.
Yeah.
Did walk a batter, but he got out of that jam in the fourth, and that was critical.
Well, he helped himself with that behind the back with the glove to get the out at home plate. Even if it was a double play ball, they would have scored another run. And then he came back and got the double play ball. And boy, did Bieber settle in nicely.
Terrific outing for Shane Bieber. He's had 3 starts, and all 3 of them have been really good.
Yeah, and, he's looking for his first win, so why don't somebody get him a run here?
Stephen Kwan straightened up by the fastball, and it just missed for ball 1. Ian Hamilton, originally drafted by the White Sox, an 11th round pick back in 2016. Spent last year mostly with the Twins, but he was also with Cleveland for a minute, AAA Columbus. And that's up high, 3-1. And that's ball 4. Leadoff man aboard. Boy, Arch, I can't help but think back, because the last time these teams met, it was October, and this place was it was bedlam, both here and in New York. And, you know, once again, it illustrates there's such a huge difference between October baseball and everything else.
Yeah, no question.
It's funny. I was doing a radio interview this morning, and someone asked me that question, and I go, no. I go, it's just not. Don't do that. Don't say that. There's nothing like October baseball.
I mean, a leadoff walk in the 7th inning of a tie game in October, this place would be going bonkers right now.
In October, you're in on every pitch.
Yes.
Every single
Locked
pitch means something. And a walk is a rally when you get into October.
You know, because we've watched Ahmed Rosario have slow starts, I think all of us are settled in, and he'll figure it out and find it. But I do go back to, and I heard him and Josh Bell talking yesterday about timing and finding his timing. Rosario has said that to me since we were in spring training, that, you know, it takes him a little while to get his timing where he wants it. And once he gets there, he says everything clicks. And he was kind of saying that to Josh Bell of simplify it. We know you're working hard. Just simplify your swing and your thought process.
Oh, Kwan with a great jump, and Rosario just steps away.
That's perfect.
That's the second time we've seen a Guardian steal second base standing up.
I know it. And you know what? That's the best thing he could do. He ended up coming home with that ball, and Rosario just back away. Look at the jump. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that should never happen, but it did. Didn't make him stop, held that ball.
Don't want to take anything away from the base stealers, but boy, I got to believe a lot of that credit goes to Sandy Alomar.
Oh, without a
No
doubt.
doubt. You say it shouldn't happen, but we keep seeing it this year.
We have to this point, yes.
How's this okay, what they're doing right now?
That'd be a mound visit, like, you know.
Well, the clock's running.
The clock's running, yeah.
And now it just reset. I don't know that was strange.
Wouldn't that be just like the catcher going out and talking to him?
I would think so.
It's a mound visit.
It slows the game down.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
That stolen base works because now you can get him over to third, or at least try to.
Ahmed Rosario 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base tonight. Looks at a ball outside. And the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4.
There you go.
How do you like them apples?
When's the last time
Ahmed
that's
Rosario had 2 walks in his first 50 plate appearances coming in, and he has 2 walks tonight.
Well, you know, 3-2. He's so aggressive, and he tries to hit his way out of a slump, you know, instead of just being patient and take your walk. and trust the guy behind you. And look who he's got behind you. You've got Ramirez. He's got to be a little more patient when you're not swinging the bat that well and you're searching.
And to go back to your comment, Matt, about October baseball and baseball in April, if you had 2 on, no out in the 7th inning, you wouldn't be able to hear right now.
And both walks.
Right.
Well, Jose Ramirez is due. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And this is a pretty good early April crowd on a Monday night. And they're anxious to get into it here. Down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chop to first. Rizzo will go to second. They get the force there. 1 down. Go ahead run 90 feet away. And with Josh Naylor coming up.
Now batting for the Guardians, the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
He's 0 for 3 on the night.
That's what he's hoping. Come on, boys, give me some runs. In his last start, he went in Oakland. He was only given up 2 runs, and it was a wild pitch that ended up getting that 3rd run.
Driven to center, right at Judge. He'll make the catch. Tagging and coming home with the go-ahead run is Stephen Kwan, and it's 3-2 Guardians. Josh Naylor with his 7th run batted in on the year. Andre made mention of it earlier. This is Guardians baseball, Rick. The sacrifice fly was something they excelled at a year ago. They have 2 of them here tonight.
Yeah, and on the year they have 7, which leads the league. You know, he was searching fastball. He got it and he didn't miss it. He hit it right on the nose, deep enough to Judge in center to get that run in. So the walk hurts him. You know, the error hurt him back in the 2nd when they got the run after a stolen base and a sacrifice fly. So they've done the little things they've had to do to get their runs in.
The Yankees are down to 1 mound visit remaining. As Trevino goes out for a chat. There's nobody up in the New York bullpen that I can see, so they're just trying to nurse Hamilton through this 7th inning and keep it a 1-run game.
Matt, I'm guessing running game. Jose there first, 2 outs, and the way they've run tonight, it's got to be about that, right? That was why Rizzo came to talk to him about the stolen base. That happened earlier in the inning from Kwan.
I would agree with you, because if Jose gets in the scoring position, Jimenez has been such a force.
He's pretty quick to the plate, though. You see that slide step. It's just that I don't think he can see the runner over there. And he seems to hold it for a while.
Oh, man, that was a really good breaking ball. 0-2 on Jimenez. There goes Ramirez. Great jump. Once again, no chance to get him. And that's his 4th stolen base on the year, 2nd of the inning for Cleveland.
That's their 4th of the night.
That's basically them saying, you can have all the conversations you want. We're going when we know we can go.
Struck him out. Good pitch by Ian Hamilton. Gets him out of the inning. But Stephen Kwan starts a rally in the 7th with a walk, a stolen base. They get him over and get him in, and it's 3-2 Cleveland. Gave up 2 runs in the first and then locked it in.
Yeah, he settled in and, never panicked. And he regained his composure and is just dealing. 99 pitches, only 5 hits, a couple of runs, 3 walks, 4 punch-outs. That was a big double play ball after he made his last walk in the 7th inning.
And what do we have? We got a warning. We got a violation on Karinchak. Ball 1. Top of the order, Gleyber Torres, 1-run game. And a curveball strike. Karinchak on for the 6th time this year. Fouled right back. Gleyber Torres doubled and scored in the 1st, walked in the 2nd, grounded out in the 5th. That means he has reached base multiple times in 8 of the 10 games that he has played this year. Soft liner to center. Miles Straw dove, can't get it, and it goes by him. Torres going to go all the way to 3rd.
Yeah, that was not a good gamble right there, going for that ball. Give it a base hit. I mean, it looked like he was going to stay up, but Miles knows better. You have a 1-run lead. You give the base hit. And he comes in and just doesn't get there in time. It's close, but if it gets by you, you see what happens. You give him 2 extra bases. So that's not that was not a good gamble for Miles.
And the infield will have to come in. And Aaron Judge has struck out twice. He's also walked and scored a run. Karinchak misses in off the plate. Ball 1. Checked his swing, pops it up, and Jimenez makes the play. 1 down. A huge break right there. Karinchak had him fooled, and Judge couldn't hold a swing up enough.
You're not going to see many at-bats like that from Judge, and that stayed on the infield even though the infield was in. He couldn't get it out of the infield. That's a big first out.
But far from out of the woods, Anthony Rizzo 1 for 3 tonight. Infield still in. And Rizzo takes a fastball strike. Right in on his, no swinging room.
Yeah. You see him try to get up on top of it, and I'll tell you what, that was not a strike. But boy, he was looking for the heater. Look, he tried to pull those hands in and fight it off. He just couldn't do it. It was too far inside.
Swing and a miss. Hey, struck him out with a curveball and a beauty.
What a sequence. Karinchak, well done. I'll tell you, he's got an opportunity now, and he's trying to pick up that defense. He's trying to pick up that mistake that Straw made, and I'll tell you what, I'd love to see him do it, because you get those 2 hitters out easily.
Giancarlo Stanton takes a high fastball. And a rip foul. 1-1.
That was power against power right there.
Off the end of the bat, that's that curveball again. And now Karinchak 1 strike away from stranding that runner at third. Now they're getting up on their feet. 19,278. And now Karinchak disengages. Actually calls for time. And also go down as a mound visit. First time the crowd really got loud, and all of a sudden he couldn't hear.
Well, and that's why Zunino went out there. So that clock didn't run out, and you get a ball added.
Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swung out and missed. Hey, struck him out. The Yankees strand the tying run at third here in the 8th. James Karinchak some kind of pumped up. 3-2 Cleveland. Bottom of the 8th. Josh Bell leads off. And Ian Hamilton delivers, and it's fouled right into Trevino. Oof. He's going to need a minute. James Karinchak was so pumped up after getting that third out, the strikeout, stranding that runner at third base. Not only was he pumped up because of the situation and getting out of the inning, but he picked up his teammate Miles Straw.
Oh, he sure did. I'll tell you, that was a terrific. I mean, you can't do any better than that. 3 hitters are going through.
There's a soft liner down the line, but foul. Let's take another look.
And that man's happy. Yes, indeed.
And then this is the shot I love right here.
Right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. He knows he made a mistake, but he got picked up by his teammate. That's beautiful.
Bell strikes out, 1 down.
The best part that you guys didn't see there is after he went through and was high-fiving everybody, he got to Mike Sarbo and about knocked him over. I looked at Sarby. I go, you got to get a helmet, man. You got to get ready for this.
Put some pads on.
It may not even be enough when that guy comes through the way he was, but that was a heck of a pickup for this team.
Will Brennan to the plate. And a fastball up and away.
That's better than coffee, boys.
I don't know what fuels Josh Naylor, but he is some kind of energized. (3-0) the count on Brennan. Andre, I like what Nails told you back at spring training, and that is, yes, they understand that they are professionals and that this is their job and they get paid. But he said, it just feels like I'm playing summer ball with my friends, and when the game's over, we play cards, we hang out, we joke on each other. I mean, that's the tight-knit nature that this club has developed.
It's a beautiful thing, and I know when we had, I think it was when we had Pat Tabler with us the other day, you guys were talking about trying to do what they did again last year, and that's the main thing Nail said. He goes, if we keep it that way, we keep it with that little kid, almost like high school ball or travel ball attitude. If we're going to take care of each other, we're going to do everything together. As he said, you don't need your cell phone if you're always with all your best friends. That was a comment that I loved. He said, none of us are on our phones because we're always together.
It's rare. Hey, it's rare on any level, Arch.
No doubt.
High school, college, minor leagues, big leagues, that you don't have egos get in the way. But this team, the way it's put together, you never get the feeling like there's a big ego in the way at any time.
You're not allowed to have one in this dugout. You know what I mean? You can't.
That's great. If you do, you're going to get shouted down in a hurry.
Because we all know this. What happens with Tito? If he finds somebody, if you do something, they're going to ride you until you never do it again.
Well, Mike Zunino, a couple of big doubles tonight, drove in a run back in the fourth to tie the game.
I know they've only scored 3 runs, but the running game has had an effect in some ways, I think, on the Yankees pitching.
No doubt.
And Brennan's got that big lead because he knows that Hamilton's already come over there twice. And Zunino smokes one. Deep left center field. It is off the wall. Brennan with a great jump, flying around third. He's going to score, maybe. What happened? The ball got stuck in the wall. Oh, that's going to be a bad break, I think. They're going to make him go back to third.
Yeah, that'd be a ground rule double, right?
Have you ever? I'm not sure the last time I've seen that.
He hit it too hard.
There's the swing. It's a breaking ball upstairs, and he jumped all over. That's going to be his third double. And watch it. It hit, and it just...
Oh, it went over the netting. That's what happened.
Where's it at now, though?
It's between the netting and the wall.
Sitting on top of the wall. Yeah.
It got inside the netting somehow.
I just said to Jose, you ever seen that here? He said, never.
That's a first.
Yeah, that's too bad because he scores if he doesn't.
Wow. Zunino just got robbed of an RBI. It goes, there's just a small
What are the odds
gap
of that happening?
It almost got stuck twice. Like, look, it leaves.
Wow.
It's like one of those slot games they play on, like Price is Right.
Plinko?
Yeah.
Playing Plinko.
Okay, Drew.
Hey, he's from Cleveland. I'll ride with it.
Yankees bring the infield in. Miles Straw trying to add to the lead. And low ball one.
And Rizzo's doing the Rizzo.
Oh, yeah.
Getting closer than anybody else.
Well, he is. And you know what? He's not going to bunt or push bunt. That's what he's taken away from him. You're going to hit it. You're going to have to hit it by him. And, he's trying to make you to change your approach.
Miles an infield single back in the second. A 10-game hitting streak now for the number 9 hitter. And that's going to go out of play. 1-1. It's been one of those crazy games. The Guardians are 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position.
Well, they scored when the error in the first inning Jimenez scored on, then the walk by Bell and Kwan walked. That's how they've scored their 3 runs. 2 of them sacrifice flies. And then Zunino had the double and got a ribby. This could be a nice insurance run right here.
Outside 3-1. Stephen Kwan waiting on deck. Right back our way. Full count. Stanton, the right fielder, shallow and over toward the line. Judge, he's way over into right center. Ian Hamilton with a 3-2 pitch. Oh, and he got him to go fish. Straw saying, didn't that ball hit the dirt? The umpire says no, sir.
Slider going down, down, down. That didn't even hit the ground.
Third strikeout for Ian Hamilton. And that's a big second out for the right-hander. Stephen Kwan to the plate. He is 0 for 2, has walked twice. Backdoor slider for strike one. So the scoreboard robs the Guardians of a big insurance run here in the 8th. Bring on Clase. Is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. Stay tuned for Guardians Live, presented by Toyota. Alan Jensen will have the highlights and break it all down for you coming up next. Let's hope that it's just a few minutes away. Emmanuel Clase coming on to try to close it. Willie Calhoun, Jose Trevino, Franchi Cordero are due up for New York. Willie Calhoun 1 for 3, doubled his last time up.
Looks like DJ LeMahieu is in the on-deck circle.
And Clase with a first pitch slider down low, ball 1. In the air, near the line. Kwan, a long run over into foul territory, and it's off the netting.
Arch, it's funny you saw who's on deck, because before the game I was walking by Tito and he grabbed me. He goes, why is LeMahieu not playing? Find out. And I came back and I go, all I found out was it's a day off for him. He goes, I bet it's not.
Yeah.
So he's been watching and waiting to see when they would bring him in.
Another pop foul and a play. Mike Zunino gave it a look. How about Zunino? He's the first Cleveland catcher since Captain Lou Marson to have 3 doubles in a game. That was back in 2010. Wow.
Yeah, he has 5 doubles. He had 2 in the same game in Seattle.
The 1-2. Swung out and missed. Hayes struck him out, 1 away.
There you go. High heat. Gets it by him. Calhoun out number 1.
DJ LeMahieu takes a fastball just a little high. Ramirez cuts it off. Sets and throws, 2 down. You know, Tino admitted before the game that Clase hasn't necessarily looked like the dominant closer that we saw for long stretches most of last year. He said some of that is we're trying to keep him on a regular workload.
Right.
And, you know, early in the season, trying to work his way into it. There have been some ups and downs for him. But he's such a strong kid.
Well, the reason why they can continue his workload is because when he comes out, he doesn't usually walk anybody. He has minimal pitches when he comes out of, you know, for an appearance.
You don't see a lot of outings spiral away when he's in there. Franchy Cordero 0 for 2. Yankees down to their last out, the 1-1. Check. Strike call. Book it. Clase nails it down, his third save of the year. As the Guardians get Shane Bieber his first victory. And man, was this a grinded out gutty win. 3-2 is the final. The Guardians are now 7-4 and the Yankees are 6-4. Nothing easy about this one tonight, Rick. They finished 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 men on base, but they finished 1 run better than the other.
And
guys.
I'll tell you what, the way this game started out, the top half of the first inning, you thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be a long night. Well, Bieber reeled it in. They took advantage of the little things they had to do to get it done, and they did get it done.
And we'll be back with a final thought right after this.